Why we have to separate food waste and plastic waste.
It's a beautiful day at the park. Sam and Jane are taking a walk, enjoying the fresh air and the warm sunshine.
I'm done with my bottle. Time to throw it away.
Me too, but remember, we have to separate plastic and food waste.
But why? Wouldn't it be easier if there was just one trash can for everything?
Yeah, I mean, all trash gets thrown away anyway. Why do we need to separate them?
Sam remembers their special notebook. He quickly opens it, and Jane leans in, excited.
Professor Owl, we need your help.
Hi Sam, Jane, it's good to see you. What are you observing today?
Professor, we know we have to separate plastic and food waste. But why? Wouldn't it be easier if everything just went in one bin?
Yeah, where does all this trash even go after we throw it away?
Aha! Excellent questions. Let's dive into the science of waste and recycling. Plastic waste is different from food waste. It doesn't rot or disappear, stays in the environment for hundreds of years.
So if we throw plastic in the wrong bin, it just stays there forever?
After being sorted and processed, plastic waste can be turned into plastic pellets, which are then molded into various new items such as chairs, bottles, and more.
Wow, so an old bottle can become a chair?
Exactly. That's why separating plastic waste is so important. Food waste is different. Instead of staying forever, it breaks down and turns into compost, a kind of natural fertilizer that helps plants grow.
So food waste is like plant food?
That's right. And not just food, many natural things can turn into compost.
So leaves and grass can also turn into compost?
Yes. Anything that comes from nature like paper and coffee grounds can be composted.
But what if we mix food waste with plastic?
Great question. If plastic gets mixed in, the compost won't be clean and we can't use it for plants. That's why separating waste is so important. Now, it's time to practice. Let's make some compost. First, let's gather our ingredients. Vegetable scraps like carrot peels or spinach stems, and dry leaves from the garden. We also need a little bit of soil. Prepare a plastic container with a lid that has been given several small holes. Don't forget to ask your parent for help. Now for the fun part, layering. Put some veggie scraps at the bottom, then add dry leaves and a scoop of soil on top. Keep going until your container is almost full. When you're done, put the lid on. Place your container in a cool, shady spot, not in the rain. Once a week, open the lid and give it a little stir. You can use a spoon or wear garden gloves. If it looks too wet, add more dry leaves. If it's too dry, sprinkle a little water. After about 4 to 6 weeks, it should turn dark brown and smell just like a forest floor. You won't even see the veggie bits anymore. That means your compost is ready. Now, grab a little scoop and feed your plants with your homemade compost. You've turned trash into treasure and helped the earth too.
Did you know? Just a ton of food waste dumped in a landfill can release about 35 kilograms of methane gas. Methane is 28 times more powerful than carbon dioxide at trapping heat in our atmosphere. But when food waste is turned into compost using aerobic process, that means with oxygen, it produces almost no methane, and it creates healthy, rich soil instead. Let's start sorting our food waste and make compost at home.
Caring for the earth, our common home, starts with us. With our hands, our hearts, and our habits. Let's grow hope together.
Parents, looking for more ways to nurture your child's curiosity and emotional growth through simple, daily moments. Growing Minds, Connecting Hearts is a practical guide filled with ideas for fun family activities that inspire thinking minds and caring hearts. Find out more in the link in description. Thanks for joining us today, friends. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fun and curious adventures. Until next time, keep asking questions, kids.